tere jälle. Käes on selle aasta selline kolmapäev, et käima on läinud taas kord Mussisaade, mis Muss on. Eelmisel aastal lõpetasime saate laheda jutuga Sass Ennoga. Rääkisime natukene ohtudest, mis klubimaastikul naisi võivad saata. Aitäh kõikidele fännidele, kes seda tähele panid ja mulle ka sükse laheda särgi saatsid. Aga uuel aastal, uue hooga räägime muusikast ja kõigest muustki. Minu selle aasta esimeseks saate külaliseks on üks hämmastav naismuusik, kellest võib-olla paljud ei olegi kuulnud ja mõned on. Minu kõrval on Asena. So, hi.
Hi.
First off the bat, people who might not know you, can you maybe say a couple words to describe yourself?
I'm a Turkish rapper, basically, who's living in Estonia currently. And yeah, I'm just doing music.
So what brought you to Estonia?
I love this story because I've been asked this so many times. But I had a tutor back in Turkey. I always wanted to go abroad, yeah. And then this lady said to me, you know what? You could go to Estonia. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll go. I didn't know where Estonia was exactly, but I was like, I'm going. She chose my, courses and this and that. We agreed on things. She said, you could do this. And I was like, okay. And then I got accepted into TLU, which was nice, So yeah, that's how I came.
What did you study at Tallinn University?
Cross-media, film and television.
Okay, yeah. And how many years?
It's a 3-year program, but I'm still trying to write my thesis because with the music and, university, life, everything, it doesn't work all together at the same time. So yeah, I'm still doing it.
In Estonia, you rose to the public attention with your track Small Talk. You had a couple of tracks out before that, but that was the main track, so to speak.
True.
How did that happen? How did you meet up with yourselves and how did that happen? Yeah.
Well, I had a friend, Kaspar. Maybe you guys know he's producing, for basically everybody in Estonia. It's 372 Kaspar.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's good. Anyways, through him, basically, he showed the songs to, Josep. And then he was like, oh, I got to meet this person somehow. And then he just texted me. And I was like, hey, okay, let's do something, It took us a while to bring it back, all together. But yeah, we did it eventually like that.
Well, I've noticed that Small Talk came out about 8 months ago, so almost a year ago.
It's been a while.
Yeah, and it's been quite quiet on that front, but still I can see that you have a lot of gigs, in November, even 2-3 of them. How do you stay relevant, or how do you perform when you only have so few tracks?
Yeah. Honestly, with the songs that I put out, I like to take my time in a sense. I am working behind the scenes all the time, People just see me going out and doing things, but behind the scenes I'm working on things. But yeah, I must speed it up somehow. I got some new things coming up anyway, so and how to say, I don't know how I keep myself relevant. People just fuck with me, I don't know what it is, but which is nice, I don't have a manager. I don't have nothing, So when I do get gigs, it's just because people wanted to, get in touch with me. I don't usually chase after things, but I think I should, But yeah, that's how it happens, basically.
Well, in Estonia, in this rap or R&B music scene, there's not a lot of women. So have you noticed, working in Estonia, is it harder to break through as a female artist, or maybe since there's not such a big competition, maybe it's even easier?
In a sense, it is easier because it's a small country, yeah. So you're known in a couple of days. That's an advantage. But at the same time, I would say overall, everywhere, being a female musician is kind of harder when you compare it to being a male rapper and this and that, because you already know that's the way it is, But yeah, but I would say overall people are trying to break through that as well. So we see more upcoming female, artists, this and that, especially rappers, That's what I like. So I fuck with that,
Well, did you start doing that kind of music when you moved to Estonia, or were you active in Turkey before that as well?
Man, in Turkey, I've never recorded in my life. So the first time I ever recorded was here with my friends, you know, with 97 Thoughts, actually, you know. We were just like, okay, let's get it, you know. And yeah, before that, I was writing songs, you know, I was trying a couple of things. I was always singing ever since I, you know, was a kid. But yeah, it got serious when I moved here, I think.
Is music your only ways of expressing yourself at the moment, or do you have any other projects maybe?
I mean, I would say what I want to do is music in order to express myself in the long run. But overall, I do like doing, you know, like modeling projects, stuff like that, you know. I don't know, but probably mostly music.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, one of the questions I had, like for Estonians, Turkey seems like a really conservative country, and you have a lot of ink on you. So how does that like translate into Turkey, or when you go visit your parents? Like, how do people accept that?
Well, my mom is okay with it, you know, because when I was 16, she took me to get my first tattoo. Herself and my cousin, you know, so we went and got our tattoos. I always wanted it ever since I was little. I was like, yeah, it's my time now, you know. And yeah, anyways, at first she was cool, obviously, because we just got one thing done, you know. But then the rest came very fast, and she was like, what the fuck going on, you know? But yeah, at first she was like, oh, why you doing all this to yourself and this and that, you know, like, you're so nice, don't do it, you know, the classic mothers and stuff. And then overall, after some time, she just got used to it. She was like, yeah, I think it suits you, you know. But my dad, it was hard. We had problems, you know. Every time I got something new, he was like, why? Like, for what reason did you ask me? And I'm like 21, you know, so let me go. But overall, in Turkey, I would say, yes, it is a conservative place, but there's a lot of people with like hella tats.
Okay.
Yeah, it's growing and growing. But majority is obviously, you know, the conservative population, yeah. But there is an underground scene, you know, for people like me.
Can you tell us a little bit about the underground scene in Turkey? Because like we can't even imagine what's it like there.
I mean, in Turkey, where I'm from, it's Bodrum. It's you know, next to the seaside, next to Greek islands and stuff, you know. So there, we're more free and independent compared to Istanbul, because that's a big city. We're just small, you know. It's the touristic place. Everybody comes in and goes, you know, the Russians and British people, blah, 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 blah. I don't know, we just do everything the way we wanna, you know. Obviously, we gotta watch out for things because it's Turkey. We're still in Turkey, but I would say like, same as here. We're having the same type of fun, sometimes more, because, you know, the weather good. The weather is nice. And I don't know, we're seaside chilling, you know. You don't have to wear coats, first of all. You know what I mean? So, yeah, nightlife is amazing because we have open air bars, you know. It's not closed and stuff, so you can just relax, enjoy, yeah.
What's the music scene like? Rap, techno, what's in at the moment?
Well, in Istanbul, they have a lot of festivals with technos and every sort of genre you can imagine, because it's a big city, like I said. But where I'm from, we don't really get that type of stuff, you know. It's like tourist music, basically. Sometimes it's bad. It's really bad. But we just still like, you know, try to manage, yeah.
How often do you go to Turkey right now?
Summers. During summers, I go see my family. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I would have thought that maybe winters are a better choice.
I know, but you know, the thing is, you know how I said it's a touristic place? So it's like, how to say, there's more life during the summer, because as soon as winter comes, it's like dead city. There's nothing going on.
It's the same with Estonia and Pärnu usually.
Yeah, so it's sad. I don't want to just go there and be like, yeah, you know, I want to see the life, the people, you know. Yeah.
Well, there's been a lot of talks in Estonia how foreign people or how women are treated. You being both coming to Estonia, have you ever noticed people looking like differently at you, or treating you differently maybe? Because yeah, it's a problem, but just wanted to see your point of view as well.
I mean, obviously, in a city that is not metropolitan, you know. It's normal for people to look at foreigners like, wow, what is this person, you know? Yeah, I understand that, but in a sense, it makes you feel like weird, you know? I don't always get that, you know, because I think at this point I'm becoming more, you know, Europeanized, so I'm just settling in, you know? But yeah, for other people, definitely, I feel like they're feeling, you know, kind of like off, you know, out of the space. They're like, you know, people are looking at you, or you're thinking like people might assume stuff about you already when you enter a room and you're just like panicking, you know, stuff like that.
Well, your accent, your English accent, sort of shows you as maybe even American or an English person. So where did you get your accent from?
Well, we traveled a lot when I was younger, thanks to my mama, you know. She forced me to speak. Every time we went somewhere, she was just like, go talk. And I was like, no, don't. But then she pushed me and stuff, and I did what I had to do. Also, I was lucky enough to have a lot of American friends. So I think that's where the accent is coming from. Also, Disney Channel.
Okay. So
TV, man, oh my God, all the way. YouTube videos that I watched when I was younger, you know. That's what I always like looked up to. So I guess I kind of, you know, took it a bit, yeah.
Have you ever thought about like what happens next when you finish school in Estonia? Are you planning on staying here, traveling, going back to Turkey, or what's your plans for this?
Well, I don't want to go back to settle in Turkey because that wouldn't be wise, you know, because I already made it out of Turkey, you know, in a sense. So
Okay.
I would rather be somewhere here, but I don't know if I'm going to be in Estonia. I have plans to move to Helsinki,
Okay.
you know, because I would say the scene for me is there, you know, and I have a circle there. I have friends in music business. So I would say, yeah, definitely. After my uni, I would like to move to Helsinki.
How did you get the Finnish connection?
Oh my God, I had a Finnish boyfriend a year back, and yeah, we just went. I was like, I packed my bags there, and I said to my roommate, like, I'm going for a weekend, and then I stayed for a fucking month and a half or some shit like that, and I was like, oh, I love this place. And everybody was like cool with it too. Like, I'm like surprised they didn't say like, okay, like fuck off now, go back home, you know. But nah, they were nice. So with him, I met his friends. He was also in a circle with a lot of musicians, yeah. So I was like, oh, I was like seeing everything. I was like, okay, I need to be here. Like legit, I was observing and I was like, And then somehow I went to some like parties in Helsinki. Somehow I connected with people, you know. So now I have like a nice circle there. People are nice, I think, there. So yeah.
What are your planned out major things for the future? Like what do you want to achieve within the next couple of years?
Okay.
What goals have you set for yourself?
Well, I usually go with the flow, you know, but obviously I do have some type of plan in my head. I would like to, the way I see it is that each and every day I feel like I'm going, you know, a little bit higher on the ladder. There's no like, you know, certain speed, obviously. I'm just like, you know, seeing it, experiencing it, and just going. For example, even this happening is like a step for me. So thank you for that also.
Thank you for coming. Yeah, of course.
So yeah, I just want to be able to at least have a team with me, you know, who's managing me. I would like to get more gigs because, as I said, I'm not doing it myself. So people have to, you know. I would like to do that, definitely. The more gigs I get, the more, you know, people I interact with, which means, you know, listeners, if they fuck with my shit. So yeah, I want to, like, you know, eventually get bigger by day, like that. That's what I want.
Have you had any fan moments in Estonia as well, like somebody coming up to
Surprisingly, yes. Oh my God. It's really humbling, you know? It's very beautiful. People come up to me, they're like, oh my God, like, I love your song, this and that. And I'm like, giving them a hug, and I'm like, thank you. You know, in clubs especially, this is happening a lot. Oh my God, you're Asena, yeah, this and that. They take pictures with me and stuff, you know, which is really cool. Yeah, some girl, like, recently came up to me and she said, oh, I saw you in this tattoo studio one day. Like, my friend is a tattoo artist, yeah, so I hang out there, obviously. And yeah, these girls were getting a tattoo as well. And then she came up to me in the club. She said, oh my God, like, I saw you there. And I just thought to myself, I wanted to be like you. I wanted to be like you. And I was like, man, thank you. I appreciate that, you know? It's so nice, you know, to hear such compliments, especially coming from, like, Estonians, you know, because they're usually more like, you know, they keep it to themselves.
I wanted to ask you about your nickname as well. Your Instagram handle is the same. You have it written on your neck.
She-wolf Asena, you know.
Where did the she-wolf nickname come from?
It's the meaning of my name in Turkish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, basically. So Asena is the wolf, you know, the she-wolf that saved, you know, people and showed them the way, stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
the more you know.
The more you know. It is my name. Yeah, so I just thought, I fuck with it, you know, makes sense. So,
well, jumping back to a previous question, how much ink do you have on your body altogether?
Man, the last time I counted, it was like 50 something, and then I added a couple to my legs. I tattooed myself, you know, because I knew it was going to get to that point if I have this much ink, you know. 50, 54 maybe. Because I got my whole legs covered, my arm, obviously. There's some spaces as well, but, you know, cool.
If you could give like 3 suggestions to starting out artists, what would be your 3 suggestions?
I would say, first of all, the thing that I worked so much on was like my outer look, you know, because you got to be able to fit the part, you know. Through years and years, I tried like so many stupid styles, so many piercing, this and that, you know, like to find what represents me inside, outside, you know what I mean? So they should definitely take their time to find, you know, what suits them best before like diving into this and that, or this person got face tats, I'm gonna get face tats, you know? No, like find what works the best for you like that. Other than that, obviously a star, if you want to be a star, you got to have the attitude, you know, the look, and, you know, all of these things combined, you know, everything that makes a star. So work on your confidence, definitely. I'm still working on it myself, you know. Yeah, definitely confidence. And other than that, definitely build your team, you know. Somebody who's going to manage you. I mean, of course you can do everything on your own individual as well, but what I prefer is, you know, having a community which supports you and you guys like to create together, you know. Do like gather some like that, I would say, and then move on. And also it's gonna be 4, but
no worries.
Yeah, I would say just do what you want to do and don't give a fuck what other people say, you know. Do whatever the fuck you want to do, because for real, like this once in a lifetime type of shit, you don't come back again like that, you know. So do what makes you happy, I would say.
Let's talk about the future as well. What does the future hold for you right now, performance-wise, track-wise?
Well, track-wise, I would say I'm working with, as I said, these Turkish rappers. So we got an, you know, album type of stuff coming out for their whole creative group. They call it the Red Key Gang, you know. So yeah, I have a couple of verses in there. So I'm working on Turkey and also here, so I'm trying to, you know, keep it like that. And we just made a song with Sauce Blank. Yeah, it's gonna be out real soon. We just did a photo shoot for that as well. And for the performances, I'd say I'm gonna be on the 22nd in Helsinki to perform. As I said, I have a circle there, so yeah, I'm gonna do that for the Dose family. And yeah, like that basically.
So if anybody's interested in you performing at their party or something like that, where can they get a hold of you?
Well, my email, definitely. It's also on my Instagram, but I would say, yeah, through Instagram would be the best if people want to get in touch with me, you know.
And do you have any labels interested in you right now, or should anyone who's interested get in contact with you?
Well, if somebody's interested, obviously, I would like to keep my options ready, you know. But other than that, yeah, there is some. So people want to work with me. I'm just like waiting, you know. We're gonna do projects together, waiting for the beat packs and this and that. So yeah.
But I must say, thank you for taking the time to come here and talk with me tonight.
Thank you.
And for the rest of you, jätke siis meelde, et kui seda videot vaatate YouTube'is, all on like'i ja subscribe'i nupud, ja kui Õhtulehe veebis avatud on ikka vana hea anonüümne kommentaarium, Selleks korraks on kõik ja meie kohtume juba paari nädala pärast kolmapäeval. Tšau!